Good evening to all. Start with the processing. So this one is talking about the mechanism of your different access specifier. Wait a minute. Now here, what are the public? That means which are available to all the programs is called your public access specifier. Look at this arrow mark. It is available throughout the program if I'm having a member as a public access specifier. Now, which one is default? Default is your package access specifier. That means if the variable is declared in package 1, so it is not going to available to package 2. It is going to available to package 1 only. Next one is your protected access specifier, which is having your derivation scope. Look at this. Class 1 is derived from class 2. That means the derivation is made between class 1 and class 2. In that case, class 1 is your base class and class 2 is your derived class. So in that case, if a member is declared in the base class as a protected member, then that will be available to the derived class. And the next one is private access specifier. Private access specifier will be available to class in which it is declared. That means if I'm declaring a variable as private access specifier in class 2, it is not going to available to your class 1. These are some of the restriction of your access specifier. Sound is very low. Let me check why the sound is very low. Is it clear now? Is it audible to all of you now? Is it audible to all of you? Okay, fine. So the next part says that we have some instance variables. So it says that if I'm declaring an object called demo d1 is equal to new demo and I'm giving the parameter as vary within double quotes or the string 98.96 is a fractional value which is in the form of your double. But here there will be an error, and why the error will occur? Who can tell me why the error will occur? Why the error will occur in this case? No doubt this is going to call a parameterized constructor, and I'm having a parameterized constructor over here. Even though I'm having a parameterized constructor available over here, it is going to generate an error message. What is that error message and why it is going to generate an error message? Quickly give me a response. Why it is going to generate an error message? Why it is going to generate an error message? As I said that when I'm going to create this object, it is going to generate an error message. Why it is going to generate an error message? The question is why it is going to generate an error message? Because this part is your parameterized constructor. I'm passing parameter. Where I'm passing the parameter over here. Now I'm having two parameters over here. Here also I'm passing two parameters, just like in a method. But still it is going to generate an error message. Why? Swastik missing semicolon. Yes, good. Number one, because it is going to generate error message, the statement is not terminated with semicolon. Okay. The next one, number two. Number two error. Number two error. Yes, got it. Semicolon is missing. What about the next one? Why I am going to get the error? Number two reason. Even if I will give the semicolon, it will generate an error message. Float does not have as big size. Now, give me the clear idea. Give me the clear idea. Which one you are talking about? Because of which it is going to generate error message. Give me a clear idea about it. Ruturaj, give the clear idea. Yes, I am having float over here. What is the problem with this float? Float number should have 98.96F. Yes, because this one is of type double. Let me clear this. This one is of type double. Now, when I'm assigning, what it will do, Pyari will be assigned to name NA and 98.96 will be assigned to float, where the float size is how much? 4. What is the size of double? 8. So because of that reason, it is going to generate an error message. The modification is already given by the students, 98.96 given. Is it clear? Good. Like this, we have to give 98.96 of type double, and it is stride in float type. It is going to be stored in float type. So that's why it is going to generate an error message. Good. So we'll jump towards the next part now. So what I need to do, I need to put a semicolon, as well as what I need to do, I need to make it F now. So two things has to be made over here. One is it has to be made F, and the second one we have to put a semicolon. So let's come back. So NA will be assigned to this, and this will be assigned to your TO. Got it? Now, after that, what will happen? It will create an object called D1. It will create an object called D1 where the name, this instance variable name will contain Pyari because NA is assigning its value to name and TO is assigning to the value total. Because of that reason, it is 98.96. I'm creating one more object over here in the form of D2 where I'm saying new demo Mohan and 83.82. This also has to be terminated with semicolon and this also has to be ended with F. Now this Mohan will be assigned to NA now and this 83.82 will be assigned to TO. Now TO will be assigned to total. After that it will create one more object. After assigning it will create an object. D2, this one is your D2 object where the name will be Mohan and total will be 83.1282. Now why this is happening? The reason behind is that when I'm creating an object, it will provide a copy of the name to D1 and copy of a total to D1. So that's why when I'm referring to the object D1, it will display me or it will use the value of Pyari and 98.93. When I'm creating one more object, what it is doing? It is providing another copy of name to D2 where Mohan will be stored and another copy of the total will be provided to D2 where 83.D2 is stored. So that's why it is always said that instance variables or non-static instance variables are having separate copy for each object. Hence it is proved non-static instance variables are having separate copy for each object. Understood this part? Everyone understood this particular part? So that I will move towards the next one. I made the necessary rectification on this to make it correct. Which one you need repetition, Rajesh? No, sir. Can you please explain? Okay. Okay. I'm explaining it again from the beginning. I'm clearing everything. Okay. When I'm creating an object called D1 and I'm passing Pyari, what exactly it is happening? It is passing this value constant Pyari to NA and 89.96 to TO. What exactly these variables are doing? These variables are providing its value to a name and to total. Up to this understood? So phase wise phase will go. Up to this you have understood? Tell me, up to this you have understood? Got it? Sir, non-static instance variable have a separate copy. Okay. So now what will happen? It will create an object with the name called D1 and will give a copy of name over here where it will store Pyari and will give one more copy of this to total because it allocates the memory. It will allocate the variable, these two variables, and will store the values in this. Understood now? Up to this D1 understood? Object D1 understood? Okay, fine. If object D1 is understood, now I'm creating one more object over here. Again, I'm clearing the screen. I'm creating one more object called D2. So what will happen? It will pass these values. Again, Mohan will be passed to same variable because these are local variables. This is overwritten. And 83.82 passed to TO. What these variables are doing? Again, in turn, these variables are giving its value to name and TO to total. But if it will give same copy, then it will overwrite it. Then it will overwrite it with Pyari to Mohan. Got it? Because it is creating one more copy over here. Because it is creating one more copy over here. That's why in that particular copy, it is storing Mohan. That means hence it is proof the instance variables are provided separate copy. One copy to this one and one more copy to this one. Each object will have a separate copy of the instance variable. Because of that reason, it is not overwriting Pyari with Mohan. It is keeping in D1 Pyari and in D2 Mohan. Now understood after creating the second object? Okay, fine. Okay, so let's check in the another one where we will apply in a different mechanism. Now concentrate. If you have understood this one, second one you will understand. Now look at this. Now I'm using static variable. So here I'm only having a static keyword before this, which makes it a class variable. And this one is non-static variable because it does not precede with the static keyword. Or static keyword specifies it is a class variable. Static keyword specifies it is a class variable. So that means it is belongs to class, not belongs to object. So let's see how it is working. Now again I'm creating an object D1, and again I'm passing the parameter over here. Now Pyari is passed to NA and 98.96 passed to TU. After that it will create an object. Now look at over here, it is providing a copy of the total to D1 object to store the data, but it is not providing the name because it is not belongs to object, it is belongs to class. Understood this one? Now understood the first object? First object, if you have idea, then I will move for the second object now. Okay, fine. Now what about this static? Now the class is having a common variable. That's why it is called class variable. It is allocating a memory separately for this one. So that's why this contains Pyari. Now the real effect will be done when I will create a second object. Now you can able to understand where is the differences coming. Look at over here, when I'm creating an object D2, what will happen? Again the same process. Mohan will be assigned to NA and 83.82 will be assigned to TU. Again, NA will provide to name. But which name? The common name over here. It will refer to this one because this is class variable. Got it? But when TO is going to assign to total, it will assign to different variable because it is non-static variable. So that's why it will create one more object and will give another copy to it, total, where 98.96 will be stored. Another copy, because that's why the information is wrong. Information must be over here, that is 83.82. There I did a mistake. It should be 83.82. Wait a minute, I have to change this one. 83.82. Now second object will contain 83.82 because this is a separate copy. But when it is assigned to name, now name is having only one copy. So that's why it will overwrite it. It will overwrite it with more one. Hope I'm clear to everyone. Second object understood. So that will move to the Java to justify this point, that static variable has having a common copy and non-static variables are having different copy. Because of the different copy, it is having different values. For example, if you are referring to a book, 5 students are referring to a single book, तो आप क्या होता है, अगर आप बुक में कुछ चेंज करते हो, it will be reflected to all 5 students. But 5 students are maintaining their own notebook. अपने notebook में आप refer कर रहे हो. So if I make any changes in Ishan Panda notebook, then it will not be reflected to Badal because he is maintaining another notebook. But if I will do some changes in the whiteboard, then everybody can get the result or the changes. So you said that you have understood, so we'll justify with the Java. So I'm taking you towards the Java screen where I'm creating a static and non-static variable. So I'm creating static int p. I'm storing non-static. So I'm making it char ch. Now I'm creating a constructor to create an object. So how constructor needs to be created? Constructor does not have return type. Can you show one explanation of static variable in Java? Yes, I'm coming to that. Swastik. So what I need to do? I need to write the class name as a method name. As I said that constructor name is same as class name. So that's why I'm using this one. But normally the method is void show and parenthesis like this. This is a method where it has return type, it has method name, it has parameter if any. But in case of constructor, it does not have return type, not even void. So इसमें void भी नहीं रहता है. Is it clear? Now we have class name as a method name, and though it is parameterized constructor, it will take the parameter. So I'm taking int x for the first one, that is your static, and the second one for non-static, that is character c, inside which what is my job? To initialize the instance variable. What is instance variable? P is equal to x, and I'm saying ch is equal to c. Now understood the coding? Understood the coding part? So that I will use a display method to display it. Yes, understood. Fine. So I'm using a display method void show. Now here I'm saying system.out.print. For your convenience, I'm using static p is having p value, plus I'm using non-static, the variable is ch, and I'm using the variable ch over here to display it. Now inside the main, I have to create an object. Now I'm saying class name, object name is equals to new class name, and empty parenthesis will call das constructor, empty parenthesis, while creating an object will call das constructor. Default constructor, good. Because I'm not having any parameter, so it will call default constructor. Now I need to pass parameter over here as an parameterized constructor. So that's why I will pass some value over here. I'm saying 12 for static and S for non-static. Now here what I'm doing, I'm saying pp.show. So it will display. So I'm executing. Static is having 12 and non-static is having S. There is no effect on this. अभी कुछ effect नहीं होगा इसमें. When I will create a second object, you will understand what exactly it is happening. Now I'm creating another object called pp1 is equal to new program. I'm saying 22 over here. I'm saying capital T over here. Now we need to display both the objects. I'm saying pp and pp1. Now let's execute. First, I'm displaying pp.show. pp.show passing 12 and s. So in a constructor, in the constructor, x will contain 12 and this will contain s. Now this will provide to p and ch. Now when I'm displaying p, so which object is calling this method? pp is calling this method. So that's why indirectly it is pp.p. So what is pp? P value 12. What is ppch value? As per the figure that I have shown. You can check again. I'm showing you the figure to understand. Look at this. I'm showing you the previous one. The previous one. Got it? When I'm creating an object, it is creating these variables. Now here I'm having static and non-static. Now look at this figure. Keep this figure in your mind. Is it clear? So I'm coming back to Java. So what will happen in this case? When I'm executing, it is giving P22 and why 22? Because it contains 12, but still it is displaying 22. Look at your static one. As I said, the static will be having common. So that's why here also we are having 22. Here is also having 22. So whatever changes that I will make, the last updated value will be overwritten because this is having single copy. So any changes made in a single copy will be reflected. आप सोच लो ये सर बोर्ड में लिख रहे हैं, पहले सर 12 लिखे थे, अब 22 लिख रहे हैं, तो पहले बच्चे को भी 22 दिखेगा, दूसरे बच्चे को भी 22 दिखेगा. इज इट क्लियर? अब नॉन स्टैटिक को थोड़ा मैं स्लैश एन मारना भूल गया, यहाँ पे प्रिंट एल एन मार देता हूँ तो आप लोगों को क्लियरली दिखेगा अभी. सो ये सोचो सर बोर्ड में लिख रहे हैं, तो ये दो बच्चे हैं, स्टैटिक इज रिटन इन द बोर्ड, सो बोथ द स्टूडेंट्स विल गेट 22. बट यहाँ पे एक बच्चा अपने नोट में लिख रहा है, यहाँ पे एक बच्चा अपने नोट में लिख रहा है, बिकॉज ईच ऑब्जेक्ट विल हैव अ सेपरेट कॉपी. इसके पास एक कॉपी है, इसके पास एक कॉपी है. इसको दिया गया है CH, इसको भी दिया गया है CH. तो इसने अपने CH में क्या लिखा है? S लिखा है. इसने अपने CH में क्या लिखा है? T लिखा है. सो दैट्स व्हाई ये अलग आ रहा है, ये अलग आ रहा है. होप आई एम क्लियर टू एवरीवन. If you want, you can refer to this slide and refer to this one. Sir, it is not showing 12 here. Yes, because of that reason I said it is static. Which one is your static? It is P is your static. So that's why initially when I have created, when I am writing initial, I am just overwriting this one. I am executing. When I am writing in the board for one student was available. Assume that one student is available. And this is the mechanism of writing board. And this is the mechanism where the student is having its own copy. One student is available. Now, one more student joined. What I did for the second student, I have changed the board figure to 22. I have changed in board 22 because I am changing in the static. That means I am changing in the board, in the common, which is available to all. The common, which is available to PP and PP1. You can check the slide again. You can check the slide. This common. Look at this. Name is common for both the objects. Got it? So that's why when initially I'm creating Pyari, it is displaying Pyari. But when I'm overwriting it, it is changing to Mohan. Why? The updated value, the change is made in the static. Here it has been made. Where these D1 and D2, both objects are referring to the class. So that's why both the object will get Mohan. Understood everyone? At least those who are not giving answer, they can give whether they have understood or not. आपको आंसर नहीं आता है, it's okay, no problem. But at least you can say that whether you have understood or not. Yes, understood. Fine. Now it's time to attend the question. Which among the following best describes encapsulation? So these are the options. You have to tell me which one of the following best. Look at over here, it is talking about best. Describes encapsulation. Combining the variable data members, various data members into a single unit. Understand the point, what it is saying. various data members, combining various data members into a single unit, various methods it should be. Various methods into a single unit, combining various data members and member functions that operate on those data members into a single unit. That means the methods are going to work on this data member or going to manipulate this data member. All of these above. Which one is best suitable? 1C. अब तो हो जाएगा, I know 1C हो जाएगा because by mistake लग गया था मेरा C में. Okay. Now, can anybody justify me why C is the correct answer? ठीक है बेटा, I got it. Now, who can justify why C is the best suitable answer? Because option A is not wrong. Because combining the various data members into a single unit, just few minutes back, I have shown you. You can see over here, I have shown you it contains various data members. One is integer, one is character. It contains various data members. This is also true. But why it is not called best? Why? That one is called best. Option C is called best. So that I can understand you have understood and given the answer. Otherwise, I will feel that you have gone through the answer quickly. No one is capable enough to answer. Yes, I got the answer. 1C, us. A and B are talking about partial answer. Good. It is talking about partial answer. Encapsulation is talking about the combination of or binding of instance variable and methods. But here it is talking about only instance variable. Here is talking about only methods. But it's a combination of data member and member functions. That's why this is most suitable answer. Good, Rajesh. I think one more answer I got from Swastik because encapsulation binds the function. Good. Ishan, because data member and functions are combined. Yes, good. Because in A and B, definition is separated. Yes, now here it combines the data member as well as the member function. Yes, good. Next one, if the data members are private, what can we do to access them from the class object? So these are the options for you, how we can access the data member. But it says that the data member access specifier is private. Then what is the possibility using which we can access it? Options are available for you. Go through it. Now in this case, we have to understand the statements. If you understand the statement, you can able to answer it. Last time you have understood all the points. So that's why I am asking you this time to try of your own. A and B are the partial, but mixed of both A and B is suitable. Good. Ashutosh. We got answer B. Create a private member function to access those data members. Okay. Fine, got it. Anyone else? Option B only. Create a private member function. Okay. B, D. Private data members can never be accessed from outside the class. Yes. But it is saying that I have to access it. I have to access it. It is not saying that within the class or outside the class. If the data member are private, what can we do to access them from the class object? With the help of class object, I want to access it. With the help of the class object, I want to access it. Try to understand the question. It is saying with the help of the class object, we want to access it. Again, I am saying with the help of class object, we want to access it. Access with the help of class object. B. What is B? Create a private member function. If you will create a private member function, then how you will call the private member again? If you will create a private member, how you will call the private member again? Okay, let me show you now. Create a public member. Yes, now you are in a right track. Create a public member. Then I can call the method. If I will create a method, public method, then I can call it. So let's justify this one. After seeing the answer, we'll justify it. So I'm taking you to the Java screen. Here I'm creating this one. I'm saying private. Okay. As you said that I will create a private function. I'm creating private. Okay. Now private member is not going to show any error message. But if I will not call this method, how we will access? With the help of object, it is saying. Now, can we call this method to display this output? The method is accessing this one. It is not the object which is accessing. So that's why with the help of object, if I want to do, then it is private. What I need to do? So what I'm doing, I'm saying public show public void show one, within which is it clear now? So what I'm going to do, I will call show one and show one. I will get the output. Is it clear? Now, if I will see like this, we can take the help of this one also, private also, because private members are accessible to within the class and the main method is available within this class only. So that means we can access it like this also. Dot show. Look at this. We can accessible with the help of private this also. But it is talking about if the class is different. Class, suppose I am saying demo, inside which I am having a private variable. Now I am having two methods. Now I am having two methods. One is private, one is public. Is it clear? Now I am removing this one. P is no more required now. So here also I am removing P because I have P is not available. Now I'm removing all this things over here because it is available in another class and it has to be accessed with the help of the object of the same class. So this is also not required. Now I have to create an object of the demo class now. So what I will do, I will create an object of demo. Here I am saying demo. Here I am saying demo. And here I am passing a single value that is in the form of character. So I am removing this one. I am removing this one. And I need to create a constructor over here to assign the values. I am saying demo character C is equals to CH is equals to C. Got it? Now the private member is available in another class, and I'm creating an object in another class. This is a different class now. Now look at over here, it is generating an error for this show. It is not generating any error for show 1. Hence it indicates show 1 is public, so it is accessible with the help of object, and show is private. I am showing you show is private, so it is cannot be accessible with the help of object. Got the intention of the question? Understood? Okay, good. Fine. So those who have not given like, give a like if you have understood. We'll move towards the next question now. Which feature can be implemented using encapsulation? Which one of the following feature can be implemented using encapsulation? Screen is changed. Yes, screen is changed. 3D. We'll get 3D figure. Overloading. I think this is the simple question. 3D. Ishan and Sitaram, Rajesh. D is overloading. Which feature can be implemented using encapsulation? D. Everyone is saying D, D, D. अभी मैंने दिखाया उसका एक एग्जाम्पल. अभी मैंने एक एग्जाम्पल दिखाया था. Based on that, question is created. I will suggest check your answer again. अभी मैंने एक एग्जाम्पल दिखाया था. As data member and the functions are combined to a single unit. So method overloading हो रहा है वो. What is method overloading, Ishan? What is method overloading, Ishan? A. Inheritance. No, in the previous example, nothing I discussed regarding inheritance. I have created two classes inside a package. I'm showing you again. I have created two classes inside a package. Again, I'm showing you. Look at this. I have created a one class called demo, and I have created one class called Piary programming. These two classes are available in the same package. There is no inheritance. I have not used extend keywords to inherit. No inheritance is done in this case. Now few candidates are giving B. B is for abstraction. Okay. What about others? more than one method with the same name but different parameter. Is it the relation between the encapsulation? As you said that encapsulation says that method and variables are binded to each other, and method overloading says that same method name with different parameter. Some name having different parameter is called method overloading. Yes, but is the question is related to method overloading now? What the question is saying? Encapsulation is going to be implemented. Encapsulation. Sahil, you are changing your answer time and again. Stick with your answer. The candidate who is sure about the answer will stick with the answer. C, B. C is your polymorphism. अरे बेटा polymorphism and method overloading both are related to each other. Mona Lisa Florida B. Okay. The answer is, okay, I'm giving you 1 minute quickly. Otherwise, I will discuss the answer. C, B. Soham Tripathi changed his answer to B. Okay. Swastik, what is your answer? Sahil, Ishan, Subhasmita, Ruturaj, Rajesh, Swagat, Sahil Patnaik. Sahil, final answer. Soham got your answer B. I'm waiting for other answer quickly. I think abstraction. Sure about it. Okay, the answer is abstraction. Just now I have shown if I am creating a variable private, it is not accessible outside the class. So what I am doing? Data abstraction. Data abstraction is done with the help of encapsulation. But it can be accessible with the help of public member function of the same class. Just now I have shown you this example. It can be accessible with the help of public member function of the same class. But private is not accessible. Now hope everyone got it. Understood now? Now understood everyone? I've already given you the explanation why it will be abstraction. If you want, I will show you here. Look at this. I made it private. You can clearly see that I made it private. So this is saying that data abstraction, it is not allowing the member to be accessed outside the class. Look at one more example. I made it private. It is restricting to access it outside the class. Look at this. I'm accessing outside the class private. It is not allowing data abstraction. Is it clear? Which of the following is real implementation of encapsulation? Now, out of these three, which one is providing the real implementation of your encapsulation? I'm giving you the options now. Good. So that's why understanding the question is most vital than answering. Always I'm saying that understand the question, you can able to give the correct answer every time. If you partially understand the question, obviously will give you the wrong answer. So we got quick answer from Sai Subhankar. B. class sum, INTAB. Okay, got it. One more candidate given the answer, option C, Rakesh Sharma. 4A. Okay. Varsharani C. Then Subhasmita A. Swastik A. Som Tripathi. Don't know the answer, sir. I think it will be A. Okay. Ishan says A. So we have got maximum answer A, 1B and 3C. Rajesh is also C. Badal is C. Okay. Anyone else who wants to try? Sitaram Padhi says C. Yes. अगर आप सही से क्वेश्चन को देख रहे हो बेटा, ये रिपीट क्वेश्चन है बेस्ड ऑन योर कोडिंग. एंड इससे पहले हमने एक थ्योरी का किया था. हमने द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन दैट आई डिस्कस्ड वाज थ्योरी एंड इट इज प्रोग्रामिंग कोड. दैट्स ऑल. अब क्वेश्चन में कुछ डिफरेंस ही नहीं है. आफ्टर अ लॉन्ग टाइम ऋतुराज हैज गिवन द आंसर बी, which is wrong. 4C, as both the instance variable and the method are present in the class block. Excellent answer with explanation. Option C is the only correct answer. I think if you can recall the question number 1, best suitable. It is only having instance variables. It is only having method. Sai Subankar might have thought that these are instance variables. These are not instance variables. These are local variables. Now here I am having the combination of instance variable and methods. And the method is manipulating these instance variables. So this is the best suitable example of encapsulation. This is the last class of encapsulation. So whatever you are having doubt, ask me. If it is okay, then I will move towards the next question. We have a different type of question now. You have to write down the code based on the same code. Based on the same code, I will ask few questions to you. Is it clear? Yes, Mona Lisa, got the answer. I think your first answer was also C. This is already explained, Swastik. कितनी बार इसको एग्जाम्पल दिखाऊं मैं? Already question number 1 में मैंने explanation दिया था इसका. Look at this. A class is having instance variable and method. Binding of instance variable and methods into a single unit. I have shown you that the instance variable is accessible by the method only. पहले ही मैंने दिखाया था इसको. Okay, can we move? All of you write down the code. Based on this code, I'm going to ask the questions to you. So I'm showing you the slide again. Here is the question. Based on this class, we'll do some questions. Here the question. Identify the instance variables. Identify the instance variables. But while returning, it returns only a variable. What returning? I'm not able to get returning. But while returning, it returns only the variable. I'm unable to understand your question, Swastik. It is related to method and the instance variable, how they are interrelated to each other, how the method is accessing the instance variable, how the method is manipulating the instance variable, and those two are part of the class. So that's why it is called encapsulation, binding the method into intdef. Intdef is an instance variable. Okay, it is talking about instance variable, it is not talking about the data type. Everyone just check your answer, it is not talking about the data type, it is talking about only instance variable. st and def, def and st, everyone just, I will suggest that look at it again. आपने क्वेश्चन को सही से नहीं पढ़ा है अभी तक. It is talking about instance variable. It is not talking about which one is accessible. Accessible and instance variable both are different. First answer given by Ayush Jena, DF and ST. Sitaram Padi. I will suggest that check your answer again. You are not getting the question properly, I think. Identify the instance variable. It is not talking about which variable is accessible. Both questions are different. Rajesh, PRI, PRO, PUB, DF, ST. PRI, PRO, PUB, DF, ST. Okay. 5 is DF, ST, F5. DF, ST, F5. No, wrong answer. Soham. Ishan. All are PRI, PRO, PUB, DF, ST. That means you want to say that final variables are not called the instance variables. Subhasmita. All are instance variables. PRI, PRO, PUB, DF, ST. That means you are saying that Mona Lisa is also saying that final variables are not instance variables. Okay. So Ruturaj say all are instance variables. No, I think you might have not got all the examples that I have explained initially. आपने थ्योरी पार्ट एनकैप्सुलेशन का सही से नहीं पढ़ा है. It is saying instance variable. This is not an instance variable. This one is not an instance variable. This is class variable. All the non-static member of the class are called instance variable because a copy of which will be provided to an object, where an object is called an instance of a class. So that's why they are called instance variables. Not all are instance variables. No, sir, I have written that final variable are also instance variables. Okay, got it in your second answer you have given. Subhasmita, check your first answer. Still, I am having your first answer. First answer is your DFST. Is it clear? Just check it out. Second answer is your private, protected, public, DEF and ST, where final is missing. Now, after that, you have given PRI, PRO, PUB, DEF, ST, and FI. All are called instance variables. Now, everyone has understood. Everyone has understood why ST is not going to be considered and rest of the thing is going to be considered as an instance variable, because a copy of the private variable will be given to an object, protected variable will be given to an object, public will be given to an object, default will be given to an object, final will be given to an object, but static, it is not a part of an object, it is a part of a class. So that's why they are not called instance variables. What is an instance? An instance in an object. Again, I'm repeating. What is instance? An instance is an object. So that means the variable which is available to an object is called your instance variables. Understood now? It is only, I'm just twisting the questions. I'm just twisting the meaning of the question. Hope I'm clear to everyone. एनकैप्सुलेशन में बहुत मिस्टेक हो रहा है आप लोगों का. Yes, everyone has understood. Fine. So I hope next question you will not do any mistake in the next question. Identify the class variable. Now don't give a wrong answer. Take your time and give me the correct answer. Identify the instance variable. Don't get hurry. Understand the question, requirement, where it is targeting. Now how you got this time? Huh? How everybody answer is same this time. So that is what called. If you will understand it properly, your answer will be same. If you are not understanding it properly, your answer will be different. Right answer. Is it clear to everyone? This is the correct answer given. Like this, I hope you will give rest of the answer correctly. I think you got this answer. ST is the correct answer given by everyone. I'm moving towards the next question now. Seventh one. Thank you. So we have next question in front of you. Is it available? Yes, it is available now. Question number 7. Identify the variables available only to the superclass but not to the subclass. सुपर क्लास को अवेलेबल होगा बट सब क्लास को अवेलेबल नहीं होगा. And mind it, it is talking about only to super class. Only to super class. So we got the answer now. Nobody has given the answer. Yet I have not received any answer. Surprise. Only available to the superclass. I have underlined the requirement. I have already underlined the requirement. Again, I am giving one more hint to you. Not to subclass. Now there might be something. It is talking about relation between your superclass and subclass. I am giving you a hint also. I am giving you a hint also of the encapsulation part 1. I am giving you the hint of encapsulation part 1. Only available to the superclass but not available to the subclass. Which access specifier? Varsha. So PRO. Okay, so still we got a, I'm going to show you. अच्छा ये कट गया. Okay, so look at that. Except private, everything will be only available to superclass. This is available to superclass because it's own member. This is available to superclass because it's own member. This is available throughout the program. That means it is available to base class because it is targeting the superclass. Targeting the superclass. DEF is a non-static. It is available. This is also available. This is available. All are available. But not to the subclass. Subclass को नहीं मिलेगा. सब क्लास को नहीं मिलेगा मतलब ये वाला सब क्लास को नहीं मिलेगा. So except private, all are available to superclass, and private is not available to which one? It is available only to superclass, not to the subclass. Hope I'm clear to everyone. I think everyone has given right answer. But Sahil missing F1. Sahil missing Fi, not F1, Fi. Final variable. Rest candidate Sai Subankar given only private. Except private, it is talking about to whom it is available. Understood the question? It is talking about to superclass. If it will ask that which of this variable is only available to the subclass, then protected will be only available to the subclass. Got everyone? Only available to the subclass. Rajesh said did not understood. Okay, let me clear this one. Now private is available to whom, Rajesh? Encapsulation part 1. Encapsulation part 1. Private variables are available within the class in which it is declared. So that means it is talking about superclass, only superclass, but not to the subclass. So private is available to the superclass, but is private is available to the subclass? Private members are only accessible within the class in which it is declared. Rajesh understood? Rajesh said that I have not understood. Ishan says not understood. So that's why I'm explaining it again. That's why I'm explaining it again. Listen what it is saying. Available only to the superclass. सिर्फ superclass को मिलेगा, but subclass को नहीं मिलेगा. Subclass को नहीं मिलेगा. So it is private is available to base class, not to the subclass. But protected is available to subclass. It is not available बोल रहा है, but it is available. It is available to subclass. It is available to superclass. Both base class and derived class. Protected is available. Public is available to both base class and derived class. But it is saying not subclass, but it is available. So that's why it is not the answer. DEF is available to both base class and derived class. Is it clear? Static is the class 1 and final is also the same thing. The access specifier will play the role. The access specifier will play the role for its accessibility. And private, which is only available to the superclass because the private members are available within the class in which it is declared. Not available to subclass. Derived class को available नहीं होता है. Got, I think everyone, those who said I have not understood the question. Next one. Next question is in front of you. Identify the variable whose value cannot be altered, whose value cannot be changed. Hope no one will do mistake on this. It is emphasizing Ishan on both the things, available to base class and not available to derived class. Public is available in both base and derived, so that's why it is not included. Private is not available to the derived class. So private is available to own class and not available to derived class. But rest of the things are available to base class and derived class. Yes, this time it is correct answer. We cannot change the value, we cannot alter, we cannot modify the value of an final variable. Good. This time everyone has given the right answer. This is your final variable, which cannot be altered. Excellent. Identify the variable which is available to both super and subclass within the same package. Underlining the requirement part. Within the same package. Since it's final variable, yes, its value cannot be altered. Good explanation. Because its value cannot be altered, cannot be changed. So that's why. Identify the variable which is available to both super and subclass within the same package. Except private variable, all other variables. Except private. I will say think again. All except final. No, what is, there is no restriction, no access specifier is given to final. No access specifier is given to final. So this is default. Default is available within the package in which it is declared. Default is available within the package in which it is declared. So yes, we got everybody's answer. All except private and class variable. I want to change my answer. Yes, you can change quickly. Versa, if you want to change your answer quickly. Question not visible. Why question is not visible? Except private. You are not concentrating on the super and sub. All except private and static, because static belongs to its own class. It's a class variable. Now it is not belongs to your subclass. It is not belongs to an object. It is belongs to class. So this is different class. This is different class. Private is accessible within the class in which it is declared. So it is not available to the subclass. Even if it is default. Yes. Accept private and ST. Good. Identify the variable which is available to other packages. Yes, class variable. Static is a class variable. Quickly, I think this one is the last one. All except private. All except class and private variable. Identify the variable which is available to other packages. All except private. I think this time you are doing wrong. This time you are doing wrong. All except private, except protected, public, default, final. Why you are always running before final, beta? Final is access specifier is default. Now here there is nothing related to this. INT, DF, ST and FI all are having default access specifier. Now the here answer is identify the value which is available. So public will be available throughout the program, even if it is a different package. Now look at this, private is not available. Protected is available only if it is derived, but there is nothing is mentioned over here regarding the base class and derived class. So that's why it is also not possible. Public is available to other packages and default is available. These are all default access specifier. If I am not providing any access specifier, its access specifier is your default access specifier by default. Now these are all default access specifier. Default access specifier is available within the package in which it is declared. It is not going to available to other packages. You are from Berhampur, but I don't know you. Sanyasi Raut, I don't know. I am having a 12th batch, but I don't know you. Okay, everyone understood? Everyone understood why the answer is public? Quickly give your response. Sir, by default, ST and FI are default access specifier. Then it will be available to other packages. How? What is default? It is package scope. It is package scope. What is package scope? That means it is available within the package in which it is declared. Your 12th class from which school? Sanyasi Raut. Which school? Sir, can you tell why FI is not answer? FI. FI is the default. These all are default access specifier. If I am not having any access specifier, these are all default access specifier. Default access specifier scope is package scope. Private scope is class scope. Again, I am explaining this one. I think first slide I have shown you. In the first slide, I have already shown you. Private is having class scope within the class in which it is declared. Protected is having your base and derived scope. It is available to base class and derived class. Public is having program scope. That means it is available to all. Then these are your default. Default is your available within the package in which it is declared, not to all. So you can see from here, I'm showing you. You can see the first slide itself is clearly specifying. Public is having program scope. Package is having its package scope. That means if I am declaring a default access specifier, it is available or declared in package 1. It is not going to be available to package 2. Protected scope. That means the variable which is declared with the protected member in the class 1 will be available to class 2, but not to the other classes. The class which is not derived from class 1. The class which is not derived from the class 1, protected members are not available to them. And private members are available within the class in which it is declared. So obviously it is not going to be available to other package. And it is not derivated. So private is not available. Protected is not available. Why protected is not available? Because it is, we are not having a class which is derived from class 1, because it is a derivation scope and nothing was specified in the question related to that. But public, look at this is program scope. Within the program, package 2 is also coming. Look at the green color. Look at the green color. It is available. Got it? Got now? Got it, everyone? So if you want, you can call me. Good night to all. Welcome. Good night. Good night.